Ouch up the Damian Crawford people. Ouch up the Rasta man. Say the man, hey. The man come right out. Pause. Me say the man deal with anti-honest. A way another speech of people. Me I feel like this. Me not even want to know about talk. I just want to listen to the Rasta. Yeah. I know say music me avoid.
Because this is the hype-up segment.
Just you hear that? No remember good. Look people, look on the crowd people. Yo, no space. You know what I mean? I hear say somebody dropped down or that something, you know. Somebody literally, I believe somebody dropped down. If me not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, if at this conference somebody dropped down. Somebody passed out. There were so many people. Janet Wagwan, good morning. There were so many people here. Somebody actually dropped down. You understand? Crowd too thick. Whole place a shake. Tsunami of people. You know what the music a go on, man. So you know we're going to copyright. Yeah. Big up Mr. Crawford. You know he's a music man. A music man, all of them, you know. And love music, you know, man. Here we must say. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Respect.
Here we go. Yes.
Let me start by observing the protocols. Yeah, one day, man. One Danishka. And I want to say a special good afternoon, of course, to the leader of the PMP, Mark Jefferson Golding. And I also want to say a special good afternoon to my friend, my confidant, my key spar, Danishka Williams, who will be the next member of parliament for Southwest St. Anne. And before I end the greetings, I want to say thank you to all of you for the support that you are showing to a young woman who deserves such a support. I don't know
Christopher, big
about
up.
anybody else, but I can talk what Danishka has done for me. When I ran in 2011 in the East Rural St. Andrew, Danishka was at the forefront of my campaign for victory in this rural St. Andrew. I gone too far. When I ran for PMP YO, Danishka was one of the managers of that campaign for president of the PMP YO. When I ran for vice president of the People's National Party, Danishka was the road manager for me when I ran for vice president of the People's National Party. When I ran in East Portland, Danishka was the road manager in East Portland. And when East Portland didn't turn out how we wanted it, and we had a meeting at our yard to say how will we recover from something that people think that we would be dead, Danishka was one of 4 that was at my yard to discuss how we would recover. How could I not be here tonight for Danishka Williams?
So, a couple things I've gathered about this young lady. She's extremely supportive of the members in the party. She has been there some time. And this is one of the reasons why she do the groundwork, basically. And this is one of the reasons why she's getting this overwhelming support. She have a real team around her. That is what I'm gathering. You know what I mean? What an intro. You know, the type of support that he got from her. The man said, after there be.
And when I came, when you notice, when you never see me, I come through the crowd is too thick. Me have to jump over the back wall and sneaky come round. And when my people ask me walk one, I said, I hear the sound, the Rastaman. Babylon, and From what I see here tonight, there's no way Babylon Labour Right can win this election nor this constituency.
That is funny, honey.
You shot fire, no?
That's funny.
Andrew, only say hear that.
Funny.
Andrew, you hear that, Andrew? I hear time and now still have to take off my screen.
And it is showing as I hear my father say, Wickham Matney, he said that they are nervous. So nervous that they might violate and disrespect everybody. Dayton call me and tell me, say Andrew Seaman say him a fool and attack foolishness. You will talk to him later. I know you will deal with him the right way. How to deal with him. I now take up your battle, you will deal with him.
You're not here.
But there is another person who don't talk too much.
Talk up
That is
things
the
then.
Auditor General. I am taking up the work to defend the Auditor General tonight.
Me say me glad he done touch pan the point here, see man. Remember good man. Me glad he done touch pan the point.
Emotional damage.
Rub them out, Damian Crawford. Rub them out.
Because the man come forward to say that she is either ignorant, incompetent, or of malice. Now the Auditor General spoke the truth that 3.4 billion
With a
with a
B.
B, not with a M, was
Remember
granted
that.
to the housing project for Andrew Holness program under
Like
his
and
ministry.
share people.
He said that he never spent the 3.4 billion. Then I want to know if you get 3.4 billion and don't spend it in your 9 years, if that is not incapable and incompetent. He then said that
What can go so? What
he
can
needs
go?
6,000 houses for the poor and the indigent. In 9 years, he built less than 300. It means it will take 200 years for him to build 6,000. I want to know a prime minister who have a plan for 200 years, if that is not incapable and incompetent.
What can go so? What can go so?
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
And one thing, you know, this a man that do maths, you know, and a teacher, you know. So, he might measure Andrew Holness' effectiveness. How long is it going to take him to reach his goal? Look like he want the whole family in a parliament before he reach the reach program reach. And before he spark. Look like I've got to wait 150 or 100 years before them things they happen. And a theme type of governance. What can go so?
I have to ask the question, what can go so? I then heard on the news that the Prime Minister believed that the state of the roads is an emergency. But he has been in charge of roads under his ministry for 9 years. So when did he recognize that the roads was an emergency? If after you lose an election, the road is an emergency, is that not incapable and incompetent? I hear that all of a sudden, they don't realize that 18% of our children is passing 5 subjects, including maths and English. Isn't it incapable? Isn't it incompetent? If after 9 years, the majority of our children cannot get 1 subject in school. And that is why on the campaign trail, I want you to remind the people that we are having an election between 1 meal per child in school and 3 meals per adult in prison. The JLP will tell you cannot afford to give every child a meal. But when they get into trouble, they find 3 meals for an adult. This election is against the incompetence of a government that still don't give children books in the second going into the third term. And textbooks still don't distribute to most of our children in the secondary school. Whole heap of people have to buy the books that are on the book rental. That is incompetence. The level of incompetence that we are seeing is causing for people to drown in a pothole. I never hear that in the history of Jamaica. That a pothole so deep that a man can drown in it. And no say we have a farming community, but people planting banana in a pothole now. There is more agriculture in pothole than pan land.
That is funny, honey.
Yo,
That's funny.
that is very,
Oh my
that's
God, that is
embarrassing.
funny.
He's not lying. The people are literally planting crops in the potholes, bro. I've seen several of those situations. How embarrassing. Huh? This is prosperity and good governance? How embarrassing, man. That's crazy, bro. Think about that.
And all of us. But tonight I won't be giving no solutions. I hear nation narrow and island wide. One, where is the PMP's solution? We know that nobody not thief like labor right when time come for elections. Hold on. I go to conference. Students being absent is a problem. In 1 month, Holness go to his conference and said truancy is a problem. If just the one use my words and find the next word and then said this is a problem. So if him thief my word, then he never thief my plan. There is no way. We are saying nothing more until the JLP call the election. Then we will tell the people what our plans are.
Yo, you think I lie, Mattel? And Jonas not ramp for thief plan, you know? In a ramp, you know?
We don't plan to have 24 bank account. 28.
How much?
I hear say is 56. But
Rotted.
incompetence and ignorance make you only high 28. That is incompetence. I can tell you that we don't plan to make you can't afford to send your children to school. And you can't afford to give them lunch money. I tell you that we don't plan that part children will get a different lunch than the other children to feel like they're less than. I can tell you that we don't plan to give them 3 meals per week and have them absent for the other 2 days. I tell you that we don't plan to have people leaving school and can't read and can't write and don't know simple mathematics. I tell you we don't plan to be MPs and ministers importing things from over foreign and then not interested in doing anything about agriculture because we make more money from importing it ourselves and selling it to the people. Where does this government get so much time to be ministers and contractors and housing developers and importers and supermarkets? Where they get so much time to be so much businesses? We don't intend to rob the people of an opportunity to make them children better than them. And so I thank you once again for showing the love that I would love for people to show to a loving person like Danishka. I want to say I believe she's a student of mine. And my students only get A. And Danishka is an A student.
Alright, Mr. Crawford. So, when you see what go on, there's some people, Damian Crawford defend Damian Crawford defend the Auditor General from Andrew Honest attack. You understand? Straight up. I'm respect him for that because you see, a idiot thing Andrew Honest are going with. Mm. I don't want. I mean, this guy is just. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. This guy Andrew Honest. He has no limits. Like when you think him can't get worse, him just surprise you. Don Simmons, big up. What's good? So that Mr. Crawford, me like how him defend the Auditor General, and him really speak on the character of the young lady, and I think she's gonna win Southwest like a landslide. Be like this was a tsunami of a crowd. I think she's gonna win Southwest. And that's where her family is from. That's where her family in that constituency. So I think she's gonna win Southwest. There's no doubt about it. Another winner right here, in my opinion. And Damian Crawford definitely represented for her well, and he brought up some very important issues regarding Andrew Honest and the foolishness he's going on with, and his government. Just the incompetent. Seriously, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, though. Okay.